Hi friends, welcome to Yuvaguru English Theory Lectures. In this we are covering only theory, means explanation. We have a separate practical videos. So in those videos practical problems are solved. So let's start. Today we'll be covering parts of speech. So parts of speech means what? Basically what are parts of speech? Here, words are divided into different kinds or classes called parts of speech according to their use. Remember, their use is very much important. That is according to the work they do in the sentence, means what work they do, basically use same thing. The parts of the speech are 8 in number. So these are the 8 ones: noun, adjective, pronoun, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction and interjection. We'll study each one in short in this video, and then we have separate videos for each one of them in detail. Let's start with noun. A noun is a word used as a name of a person, place or a thing. Now thing means what? Now thing is very vague word. A thing, here there's a note given over here. A thing the word thing includes all objects that we can see, hear, taste, touch or smell. Remember, and there is also a second part to it: something that we can think of but cannot perceive by senses. Now this second part is somewhat difficult, but that's called as abstract. So this you will understand once we get in details. Okay, so remember, see, touch, hear, touch, taste, touch and smell, and we can think of but cannot perceive by the senses, means we cannot touch them or we cannot smell them. We cannot perceivement means what? We cannot acquire them as such by senses. Okay, so name of a person, place or a thing, and thing includes all these. For example, Shivaji was a great king. Okay, so Shivaji means what? Shivaji is a proper noun. Okay, we won't go into that right now. Shivaji was a great king. Shivaji is a noun. Kolkata is on the Hooghly river. So there are two nouns over here, Kolkata and Hooghly. Rose smells sweet. So rose. Okay. The sun shines bright. Sun. One thing you note, see this. The point to note over here is all the nouns majorly do come in the subject. Or see here, Kolkata is on Hooghly river. Shivaji was a great king. So Shivaji subject, was a great king predicate. Kolkata is on Hooghly river. Kolkata is a subject. Now this is somewhat confusing because on a Hooghly river that's a predicate, but then also it's there, noun is there. That's why I said 90% it comes in the subject. Some examples are there. Rose smells sweet, the rose. So that is a noun. The sun shines bright, sun. Now this one is a tricky. His courage won him honor. Okay. So what is the noun over here? His. His is not a noun. So that is pronoun. We'll come to it later. So the noun is courage. Why courage? Because of this thing. Something that we can think of but cannot perceive by senses. That is the meaning of this courage. Okay. Adjective. An adjective is a word used to add something to the meaning of the noun. Means it describes the noun basically, as he is a brave boy. So how is he? When you ask the question how is he? He is a brave boy. There are 20 boys in the class. So what is the adjective over here? How many boys are there in the class? 20. So that is an adjective. See here, it's not compulsory that it should be 20, means somebody might think how can this be an adjective, but the question is it should add the meaning, something to the meaning, means it should describe it. So how many boys? Generally by the question how, adjective is defined, but it's not compulsory always. Basic you remember one thing, it should add to the meaning or of the noun, or in other words it should describe the noun. As we study later, we'll go into the depth of these. Pronoun. A pronoun is a word used instead of a noun. Means what? John is absent because he is ill. Means what? Can you say, we can say like this also, John is absent because John is ill. So constantly saying John, John, John. So if I want to say John is absent because John is ill, John had gone, yesterday soaked himself into the rains. That's why John got ill. So everywhere John, 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 that creates a problem. Means it doesn't look nice. That's why pronouns are used. So that we need not use the noun every now and then. The book are where you left them. The books are, in fact it should be like this. The books are where you left them. So what is the pronoun over here? Them. Because the books are where you left the books. So you are describing the books only. So instead of books you are using them. Next, a verb. A verb is a word used to express an action or a state. Remember, action or a state. Some action should be shown. 99% you get only action, questions for action, but state is also important. If there is some problem, difficult one of a difficult example, then it's of state. Okay, let's see few examples. The girl wrote a letter to her cousin. Now what is the verb in this? Action. Wrote. Writing is an action. Kolkata is a big city. Now what is the verb in this? Now this one and the next one are trickier ones. Kolkata is a big city. So which is the verb? It's very difficult. See here. The verb is. Now that is called as a helping verb. Iron and copper are useful elements. What is the verb? Are. That's why remember, English is not as simple. It's as difficult as maths. Okay. We'll come to it later when we study the verbs in details. But remember this. Okay. Next is adverb. An adverb is a word used to add something to the meaning of the verb. An adjective or another adverb. It's one sentence. Used to add something to the meaning of the verb, an adjective or an adverb. Means adverb means it adds something to this verb, adjective or adverb. Okay. Let's understand. Generally 99% adverb uses ly at the end. Quickly, correctly, but it's not compulsory. Remember this. You must remember the basic theme, basic purpose of adverb. Add something to the meaning. Okay. He worked the sum quickly. Okay. Now what is worked? What did he do? He worked. So that is a verb. And quickly, add something to this work. So that's why quickly is an adverb. You do not get confused or do not look for ly only. The flower is very beautiful. So what is this? This flower is very beautiful. So again confused. Where is ly? Nothing. So what is the adverb then? See here. Again understand the meaning. Add something to the meaning of the verb, adjective or an adverb. Either of these three. Okay. So is there any verb over here? Is can be a verb in that case. Okay. But see here, beautiful is an adjective, right? The flower is a noun. This is an adjective. So what does it add? Which word adds to the meaning of beautiful? Very. Right? So very is an adverb because it adds to the meaning of the adjective beautiful. She pronounced the word quite correctly. Now this is easy because ly is there, so it is definitely correctly. But don't go for ly only. Remember where does it fit in this definition? She pronounced the word quite correctly. So what is the verb in this? Pronounced. Pronunciation is a verb. Now that correctly adds to it. So that's why it is called as an adverb. Do not only think in terms of ly for adverbs. Okay. Now preposition. A preposition is a word used with a noun or a pronoun to show how the person or a thing denoted by the noun or pronoun stands in relation to something else. Now here, in this too big sentence, you forget the real meaning or real target of this sentence. The real target of this sentence is in relation to something else. That is very much important, and that is the only crux or the target or the focus of this sentence. Remaining everything over here is blah blah blah. Okay. Okay. So it is a word or used with a noun or pronoun to show how the person or a thing denoted by the noun or pronoun stands in relation to something else. Means what? Say this. There is a cow. Okay. This sentence is complete by itself. In the garden means what? We are showing how where is the cow with respect to the garden. It's in the garden. So in is the preposition. The girl is fond. Okay. Sentence is over. Of music. So it shows the relationship with someone else. The fair little girl sat. Okay. Sentence is over. Under the tree. So under is the preposition. Basically what it does is it connects the girl or this girl or the cow with something else, and it tells us the real position of that. Okay. That's why show how the person stands in relation to something else, means position of this. Okay. More about it later in depth. Conjunction. A conjunction is a word used to join words or sentences. See here, all these preposition, conjunction, they are used to join only. Rama and Hari are cousins. Join words or sentences. Here, and Ram and Hari are joined by them. 2 and 2 make 4. So and. I ran fast but missed the train. So joining two sentences, words or sentences, but. Okay. Interjection. Interjection is a word which expresses some sudden feeling. Sudden feeling means, oh, what has happened? This oh is a sudden feeling. Hurrah, we won the game. So hurrah is a interjection. Alas, she is dead. Wow, what a book. Wow is a this. Wow, what a film. That is a interjection. Now the parts of speech are over, but something important is remaining. Here, some books include determiners among the parts of speech. Means there are basically 8 parts of speech, but some books make it 9 also, and the 9th one is determiners. So what are determiners? Determiners are words like a, and, the, this, that, these, those, every, each, some, any, my, his, own, to, etc. Now see here, words are not important. Every word can be used in many ways. Important is which determine or limit the meaning of the nouns that follow. This is very important. Now what are determiners? They limit or determine the meaning of the nouns. Okay. Now we'll understand this better once we go into depth in these. See this, for what we discussed just now. See here, important, very important part. As the words are divided into different classes according to the work they do in a sentence. Remember, work they do in the sentence. It is clear that we cannot say which part of speech or word belongs to unless we see it used in the sentence. Means unless you see some word in the sentence, you cannot say where to put that word in which part of speech. For example, let's see. They arrived soon after. So adverb. After is an adverb over here. Why? Because arrived and after, it describes about the arrived. They arrived after us. Now here after is a preposition. They arrived after we had left. Now the here after is a conjunction. So same word can be used in different parts of speech depending on the work. Okay. So that was a theory on parts of speech. You can download this Yuvaguru eSchool app from Play Store to get his videos related to maths, English and science. We are going on adding the subjects as and when it comes. So these lectures on English are useful for theory as well as practical problems, practical examples solved. They are useful for CBSE, ICSE and various state boards across India and outside India as well. You can get 500 plus questions with explanations and case studies on your PC. It's a separate paid version. Follow us on Facebook on this link. WhatsApp us on this number for any query related to purchases. So keep studying, keep watching. Thanks.